Hey everybody. Yeah, I don't know who this is. Yep, back in my garden. My little mint plant. This is a transplant off my main peppermint plant. And I want mint throughout my garden, so I put my transplants throughout my garden. Free plants. Anyway, I'm also about to plant some yellow bell peppers. Yellow bell peppers. Yep, with the mint. We'll see what happens. I mean, either way, it's a learning experience, but mint is a very aggressive plant anyway. It kind of survives pretty much anywhere. So these peppers are a little sensitive, so we'll see if they can balance each other out. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to transplant some peppers that have been sitting in their little containers for too long. Let's see how they fare in the ground. Now I got gloves on, but truth be told, I really hate using gloves outside of like the lawnmower. I mean, it's what soap and water is for. My immunity comes from the earth. Oh, country girl, we get our hands dirty. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this yellow pepper plant round in there like that. Stir around it. Stabilize it. This dirt is pretty already moist. I kind of take care of that, and this is moist, so I'm not gonna water this immediately. Maybe later on this evening I'll come out. We'll see what it looks like. If it got too hot, maybe I'll throw them some water. But the reason for that is the plant now has to recondition itself to its surrounding. It's going to start with its roots. All of its energy is going to go to setting those roots or getting those roots in preparation to support the rest of the plant. So once those roots get reestablished and the little shock wears off, if you do it properly, you should be without shock. Sometimes it happens. They'll take root and start searching around for food, and all their energy will go in the roots to do that, so the roots will get stronger. At which time the plant gets stronger, because strong roots, strong plants. Bad roots, not so happy plants. So it's a lesson for us, truthfully. Take care of them roots. Get back to them roots. Let's get back to this dirt. Let's get back to this earth. Let's find our purpose right here in this soil, because the knowledge that you can pass down to your children are as ancient as dirt. It's in us. We don't need nobody. We don't need nobody to tell our children what we already know, the life that we live. Can't nobody else tell my babies about the last 38 years of my life but me. People who know me can speculate, thinking, hey, your mama was this, your mama was that. But only their mama can say, hey, baby, this is what my life was like over the course of my 38 years. And my roots are going to run that deep for them. Take care of them roots. Get back to the roots so that we can take care of it. Okay, so this is plant number 3 on this side of my mint. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really curious about a lot of stuff out here, and I don't mind making mistakes, because they don't cost me anything. It's learning. So if I do all this work just to find that peppers and peppermint may not grow so happily together, I can come out here and remove the mint, or remove the transplants, or just see what happens if they actually grow together and why. it doesn't work, which can then be a lesson added to my kids' homeschool curriculum about why you should and should not plant certain plants together. Well, how do you know, Mom? Well, because I did it. And it was a pretty fun mistake, or it was a happy accident, or it was the best decision in life. Who knows until you try it? So, if it grows a weed, it can grow a seed. If it grows grass, work that last part out by yourself. But the point is, look at your space wherever you are. If you have certain restrictions and you can't just go dig a hole in your front yard, you're in an apartment, you're in a townhouse condo, you're HOH or HOA, there's still ways that you can grow your own food. It's so much information out there. It's amazing information out there on the same platform in which you're watching this video, just your phone, your everyday things. But then it's what you do with that afterwards. What do you do with that skill afterward? So if we're planting food to feed who? Well, right now, family, the mouths that are in your household. Well, that's your safety net that you knitted yourself because you put the seed in the ground in some type of way. You don't even have to use dirt sometimes. You can plant food in just straight water. Agriculture is an amazing sector to get into, even in its smallest measurement. Because again, what you multiply can be what you use to increase what you want to have as a form of success in your life, be it money, be it peace, be it the idea of being successful at something. You starting something and finish it, starting with the seed and finishing with the fruit. Then those are goals. Those are things that were achieved. So then it becomes possible to do those things on a bigger scale, on a more massive scale. And the best thing about that is you teach yourself to believe in yourself. Even in your mistakes, you still have benefits. So that's why I think the wheels are turning in the direction in which they're turning. It's time to get off the merry-go-round. It's slowed down enough for you to jump off and get your bearings, because you're dizzy after you ride those things. Get your bearings. Get back to basics. And grow the food you put on your plate. Because then when they board up grocery stores, or when they tear down grocery stores, or even before riots and looters and all this chaos that's going on right now, even before that, when grocery store access was restricted or separated, in one district you have certain types of foods in the grocery store that you're not going to find in another district. And for whatever reason, it may be because in that region those people are requesting those items, and we just don't know that we have the ability to say, hey, I'd like to try duck, or I'd like to try different oils and the high-end things that we think are out of our reach. They're only out of our reach because we don't think that we know how to use those things for our benefit. Well, and we can't. We are such a creative people, and we forget that. Our minds were corralled long before we were set free. Our minds have remained corralled and brainwashed and all of that jazz. Well, now that we know, okay, great. We know as a whole, our community have been brainwashed. Well, what happens in a wash cycle? After the wash comes the rinse. Rinse that shit out. Okay, it's time to say, okay, yes, that happened, but let's defend ourselves from it happening again now. We've talked about it, we've marched about it, let's do something about it. And the first thing you need to do is to be able to put food in your mouth with your own hands. And I'm not saying that because you worked 50, 60 hours a week to be able to go to the grocery store and shop. You're shopping at a place to where you have not one product on the shelf. You don't even own the shelf. You don't own the store in which you go into to buy the food in which you work so hard for. because you're maintaining your responsibility to your family and you're being an upstanding citizen and adult. But it's hard to make ends meet at the end of the month. There's more month than money and vice versa. That's ridiculous. We should breathe for free. I should not have to pay for air. I should not have to pay for things that which sustained me naturally. Some freedoms are only not free to us, and that's not okay. Other people are getting those same freedoms for free, and this is one of them. We pay people to grow our food for us, and yes, farmers are absolutely important. Absolutely, I support grocery stores because everybody can't do this. Everybody's not doing this, and not everybody has time to do this. I get it. But at least when I go to the grocery store, I want to be able to put money back in my pocket and not just spend it. Please forgive the lawnmower. Other people do their yards too. So I said all that to say it's like the simple things can lead to a very simple and peaceful life when you understand that all you need are the simple things. Well, I'll be back when these peppers start blooming. Take care. Be blessed.